Hi everyone, it's Carla. I enjoyed Gail Grady's video yesterday talking about wanting to find ways to have quality control within the Reborn community, and she also talked about people's personal experiences with dolls which they've purchased, or things that have kind of went wrong, and to collect that information and possibly at some point maybe put it together in a way that it could be helpful to the Reborn community. I'm probably like most of you, I search through eBay to see if there's anything that piques my interest, and I save it in my watch list, or occasionally I can get to buy something, but most of the time I'm just kind of browsing, window shopping. And so in the last 3 days I've come across 2 dolls that I think I wanted to talk about. I'll tell you about the other one later because I think they've already removed that particular doll, and I'll explain that. But the one I found this morning is this beautiful little either biracial or AA doll, and he's just very cute, and it says Reborn baby doll. He's got 5 days left on his listing. He's listed as new with a buy it now price of $400, and he's already got 2 watchers, and they are also considering a best offer. This is from this person who has 100% positive feedback. So, and they've got a 277 score, which says they're successful on eBay, which is good. They probably, producing above average. So that's a good thing. Their color star means that, I believe. But you get down here, item specifics. All it says is brand artist Jessica Schenk, doll gender boy, and this is her entire listing description: adorable baby boy reborn doll. Now, 142 people have already been watching this doll on the counter, and I just thought to myself, for $400, especially a $400 buy it now, not an auction, not a whatever, but for $400, that's the very minimal description that you get. So I went to my messages and I messaged her, or him, or whoever this person is, and this is what I wrote. Now, to go along with what Gail was saying, I think if we run across things like this, the least we can do is to write the seller and ask a question, and that's what I did. Dear Shoe Habits, you have included no description other than this is a reborn baby boy. Could you please list what kit sculpt is he? What paint is used on this baby? Is hair rooted or glued? Does he have a magnetic pacifier? Approximately weight and length? What is he weighted and stuffed with? You are asking $400 for him, and a lot of people have looked at your listing, but that is a serious amount of money to pay for something with absolutely no details to know what you are buying. Thanks, Carla. And I'm known on here as kuykendalldolls. So I at least sent a message. Now that's just one little thing. Maybe she'll respond, and sometimes they don't. I've sent messages a few times, and the people are usually pretty good to respond. But I just think that this is it's a serious issue, and I know people come on here and they want a beautiful baby doll, and now it's saying one question was asked in the last hour, which would be from me, and he's a very cute baby, and I'm sure they took an awesome picture to show their baby, but for $400, seriously, there should be more information. And we're back down here again to adorable baby boy reborn doll, and there's interest in this doll because it's the $142. Now, one thing why I asked about the hair specifically, because you can't really tell how it's made. Right here, as I'm going through it, you just can't really tell. But he looks like an Ashton Drake doll to me. Now maybe it's not, but I know some people, they redo dolls that are manufactured, and I think just people would want to know if it was maybe a manufactured doll. So that was the reason for that question. Now I'll just keep it on here while I'm talking about the other doll. yesterday, let me go back to my messages and see if I still have that message saved from this person or not. I don't know. Okay, let's start back here. On July 1st, and it's going to show it here. Maybe they didn't take it away. Okay. Oh yeah, they did. It says this listing has been removed or the item is not available. But let me explain what happened. I was like you. You probably go through and look at the silicone dolls, and I did. And I always put in, you know, either the highest down to the lowest or lowest up to the highest, just because I want to scan and see what's available. And I'm not in a position to be buying one, you know, outright. I just am curious. And so it's got this beautiful little baby there, and all it says is AA Reborn Baby Doll Silicone Newborn Girl Layaway Available. Now when I saw this originally, it did not have the word Reborn in it. It just said AA Baby Doll Silicone Newborn Girl Layaway Available. And so this is what I wrote. Hi, I ran across your listing, but I was wondering if this is really the Ashton Drake Beautiful Beyonce Sleek Silicone Doll. She looks almost identical to her, although the pics are just off enough not to get a picture of her full face to say for sure. If she is, she sells new on the AD site for $199 and nowhere near the prices you are asking. If she is a full body silicone and not the AD doll, then you are offering a silicone doll at an excellent price. But if she is the AD Sleek version on a cloth body, then you are pricing her way out of line, and you need to let people know exactly the type of doll they are bidding on. With a better picture, full face without the pacifier, and with a better description, full body or cloth body with silicone limbs, and exactly what type. I purchase on here all the time, and although your listing piqued my interest, I and others as well need as much info as possible before paying what you are asking for your silicone. Now I can't go to the actual listing, and this person had good feedback, and they were a top seller, okay? And but this doll, as I recall it, they were asking on the auction to start at $300 and something, and a buy it now of about $968. And the layaway they were talking about, if you went further down their listing, they said we offer layaway available, 4 payments of $299 for this baby, which upped it to $1,200. And it says this layaway is not available through eBay. Go to our website to inquire about putting this on layaway, which meant it takes you off of eBay's site and you are no longer protected by their buyer protection. And so that was a biggie to me. And so I wrote them, and I don't know if I got any. I did get a response back, but I don't know if I still am showing it. Let me see. Nope, it's not showing it. But let me go back to what I wrote again. So she wrote me back and basically said, I reworked this baby myself. I send a lot of clothes and some surprises along with it, so it is worth what I am asking for it. Just very cut and dried. Didn't answer was it the AD doll, didn't answer anything about it. Oh, and she did say she put it on a cloth body and she weighted it with glass beads. So she did Reborn it that way. And she said the pictures are fine, you know, you can see it's taking a pacifier in its mouth. Well, you can't see the rest of its face though to make sure that it's not the Ashton Drake doll. So this was my second thing I wrote her. Thank you for your information. Maybe you could put the Reborn by me in the description, as well as letting potential buyers know she has a cloth body and is weighted with glass beads. That would get rid of any mistake for anyone wondering if she was solid body silicone or silicone cloth body with limbs, or a Reborn of a manufactured doll. I only brought this up because I have been stung a couple of times in buying a doll that I thought was a certain way, only to find out when I received her that she wasn't what I thought she was. Too little info from the seller and not enough questions from me. Pricing is certainly your prerogative to set as you see fit, but you yourself know that when someone sees a $900 plus buy it now price point, they almost immediately assume a high-end silicone doll. I just feel that pricing should reflect actual value, especially for costlier items. And since I not only buy on eBay but sell on here as well, I know that Buy It Now needs to be at least 30% above the auction price. Your auction price and Buy It Now prices reflect a huge gap, as well as you offering a layaway for the $900 plus price tag. I'm sure you didn't intend for your listing to be misleading. Again, it is a matter of perception, and I am very cautious of things like this for the very reason I gave earlier. I'm sure your doll is lovely, and I don't doubt that you include a lot of extra things in her sale. I just have a difference of opinion of what the resale price of a Reborn silicone doll should be, as opposed to a higher end silicone doll. Again, thanks for clarifying, Carla. And they did not write me back. So I waited, and then I called eBay, and I alerted them to this, down here. And it shows her answer here to me. This baby has been reborn and reworked by me. She does have a cloth body on her done with glass beads. She has an open mouth for pacifiers, as you can see from the photo. All my babies come home with lots of clothes and accessories. I feel my prices are very fair. Well, I don't know about anybody else, but I don't think this is very fair. And this doll, if I could have pulled her up, you would have seen that she was indeed the Ashton Drake beautiful Beyonce sleek silicone doll, which is still being sold for $199 on their website, and is nowhere near, I don't care if she put her on a cloth body and cut her mouth open to fit a passy and weighted her with glass beads. She is nowhere near a $300 and something auction beginning, and certainly not a $968 Buy It Now price. And especially luring people in with the thought that they can get a layaway on this silicone doll, which I know a lot of people buy their silicones since they're so expensive on layaway. As a matter of fact, I have one that I'm buying on layaway and won't be here till around Christmas or January, because that's the only way I can buy one. But for them to offer that and then to make you go off-site to their website and take you out of eBay protection for a high-end item where you know when they do that, you have no recourse as a buyer. You can't get your money back. You have just blown $1,200, because now they want 4 payments of $299 to do the layaway, where if you bought it outright, they were only going to charge you $968. So it's very deceptive, and I'm glad they took it down. This was up yesterday, and I thought, well, they didn't listen to me. And when I called eBay, what they said was, yeah, you know, she's bouncing these prices around, and yes, they're entitled to ask what they want for their doll, and it's up to the buyer to research it and ask questions. But what has thrown us off is that she is asking people to direct themselves off their eBay and go to the website, and he said which goes against buyer practices on eBay. And the second thing was layaway. He says eBay only offers a one-time completion of a transaction. eBay does not offer an option for layaway, and that is not protected in any way. So I'm glad that this was taken down. But here again, in case you see it, and let me see if I can pull up who the seller was, because it's not showing now. It's showing my ID here, since I'm the one that asked the question. But let me get back up here and see, because this person is somebody to watch out for. And like I said, they're one of their top sellers. If they're, and they've sold, their feedback is like 2,000 something. If they sold that many items, surely they know what they're doing. But how many times did they pull this on somebody, and how many times did somebody fall for it? And they might have went off site and done a layaway and had no problem. I don't know anything about these people. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying they're being deceptive in their eBay listing, and we need to watch out for that. And thank you, Gail, for bringing up that people need to be accountable for what they do. So let me go back here, and it's not showing it there. Let me go back to my last message and see if it tells who it is. Okay. All it's showing is her email or through eBay, and I don't know if that's what her seller was actually named, but it says tender needs, and then it's got a bottom slash fertility. So that's who I sent it to, and Kuykendalldolls is from me. So again, we need to all be careful, and especially for these beautiful silicone babies that we're all looking at, or high-end Reborn dolls, and to get what we're, hoping to get definitely what our high dollars are paying for. And I know for me, I don't get to purchase that often, so when I do, I want it to be what I'm, actually thinking that I'm buying. I'm trying to get back to my thing, and here he is. So this is the latest one, and if you want to punch in this number to see it for yourself, here is the eBay item number, 121-672-829-883. And one more thing I'd like to add, and if maybe Gail might agree with this or not, but down here, it doesn't give, whenever I write a question, it doesn't give me the option to say post any answers to, so we can all see them. But for the seller, when they're reading the question and they're answering it back, there is a little button they can click, and it says post the answer to this question on the listing so others can see it. So it's left in the seller's hand to have the question and answer posted where others can see it, because I can almost guarantee you when this goes back in, if somebody punches this up later after I've asked my question, they are not going to include my question in that. Now they might go in and change the listing, add a few more details, and that's fine, but we really need to have a thing here as buyers where if we ask a question, they give us the option to have our question listed. So at least if somebody's looking through the listing, they could see down here and say, oh, there's a question, let's see what the answer was. Oh, did the seller answer this question? Oh, look, that was a question I was about to ask. Here we go. But they don't give you that. They only give it in the hand of the seller. So I want to thank everyone for watching, and thank you again, Gail, for bringing up about quality control in the Reborn community. And this might be off topic a little bit, and it's all about eBay, and it's about buying, maybe not the high-end silicone dolls, but this is about just Reborns in general, and maybe this information will help someone else. So thank you very much for watching, and have a great day, everyone. Thank you again, Gail, for bringing it up. Bye.